In this week's Retro Pop Culture News, there is talk of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sequel to the 90s version. Also, we might be getting a direct sequel to the 1985 Fright Night movie, and there is a Family Ties reunion that's coming real soon, and we have lots more news to talk about, so don't turn that dial. What up to my peoples, and welcome to Retro Crunch, your #1 source for retro pop culture and news. Alright, something that I want to talk about to start off this week's retro pop culture news is that there's been some buzz going on recently that the director of the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is looking to do a sequel type reboot of that movie. According to comicbook.com, the director Bobby Herbeck, he's actually in talks with writers and even Henson to possibly be working on a reboot that would be in the style and the look of the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. This is interesting news to follow, but not something that I would say is exactly concrete yet. But if there was going to be a sequel or reboot of the original Ninja Turtle movies, this is how I want it to happen. From what I read in the article, it does look like he's working towards having actors that are going to be in suits, but I don't know for sure if that's the way he's going to end up going with it. But whether it's CGI or actually guys in suits like in the original movie, I would love to see something that looks as much like the 90s version of the Turtles as possible. And of course, we would love to get back the original voices from the original movie. I'm really hesitant to bring speculative news like this to you guys, but the guy who actually made the original 90s movie seems to be really confident that they're going to be able to move forward with this. Now, one of my questions for y'all is, are you happy with the fact that he wants to bring back the 90s version? Especially if he's going to be using the style suits that they had in the 90s. I hope it's not CGI. I kind of enjoyed the fact that the guys were in the suits, but I'd be real curious to know what you guys thought about it. Next up, if you're a fan of the 80s horror movies, especially 1985's Fright Night, which is one of my favorites, there is actually news that we might be getting a direct sequel to the first movie and essentially removing Fright Night Part 2 from canon. The original writer/director, Tom Holland, not to be confused with Spider-Man, he has 31,000 words that he's already into with the new script for this new Fright Night movie that's going to be titled Fright Night 2 Resurrection. And Holland had this to say about his sequel: "Of course, Charlie's back and so is Evil Ed. I'm bringing back everybody I can. I'm calling it Resurrection because I got to resurrect Billy Cole and Jerry Dandridge, and now I'll say no more." I would love to see those two villains from the first movie come back somehow. I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to do it, but I am actually really excited for this news. The movie has not been greenlit, but with the resurgence of lots of great 80s horror movies that are being revived in places like Shudder and Blumhouse, this is definitely something that could be a possibility, but I would like to know what you guys think about this news as well. And then in some TV news, there is a Family Ties reunion this Tuesday that you guys might want to check out. Most of the original cast is going to be coming back for this reunion show, and I'm definitely going to be watching it. Also, we got a full trailer for the new Lego Star Wars Holiday Special, which is supposed to be a nod to the original special from 1978. I'm kind of interested in this because I actually really did like the 1978 version, even though it was kind of weird. The special features characters from the Ray and Finn films, but it's also going to have characters that they're going to meet in the past, like Luke and Darth and Yoda, and others that us 80s kids loved, so I hope this is going to be a fun special. Now, if you're one of those that does want to watch this Lego special, it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus starting November 17th. I'm definitely going to watch it. I hope they have a lot of throwback to the 78 movie. And then finally, if you are into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video right over there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.